Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Sunday, October 13th, 2024. In this video, we're going to take a little bit of a rabbit trail, okay? Don't worry, it's not super duper deep, and I'll go with you every step of the way. We're going to be looking at the person seen in the public eye as Kamala Harris. Now, I'm going to take you to an image which I will have a link to in the video description box just because it may not be that easy to find. And it's not a compilation, folks. It's just this single image that I saw posted on social media and I thought was really relevant. And they were asking a question within this posting that was a very good tarot question, although I think I want to tweak it a little bit and I'll explain as we go. Okay, let me take you to the image. I'm not trying to be mysterious. In fact, if I find some way to use part of it in a thumbnail, I will. So you'll already know where I'm going. Okay, so the question was, what's up with posing for the Vogue magazine cover while your country is being destroyed and people suffer? Does it have a secret meaning? That's where I said, boy, that is a great tarot question right there in and of itself. Now, there was some common themes looking. October 7th was when this photo shoot occurred for Vogue, which should maybe now be called Vague since they're highlighting a word salad candidate. So Vague had a photo shoot on October 7th, and during that time, Hurricane Milton was headed towards the United States. It was absolutely certain to make landfall, and instead of helping prepare and have rescue efforts going, there was a photo shoot instead, and the Vice President of the United States Corporation was MIA that day. Some similar things happened in the when the cover shoot was included the Zelenskys, and someone just has these comparison photos of what's going on in their country while they were trying to look all, rich and sexy and on the cover of Vague magazine. Now, there is some chatter in the alt media community that I want to include in the tarot read, and that is the fact there is a certain segment of the alt media community that believes that Kamala Harris is actually a very powerful spellcaster. And I think that's kind of an interesting hypothesis, and I want to explore that in this video. Now, if this is true, that this person, I hate to say she because I'm not so sure that's what's going on here, that Kamala is a spellcaster, the information we're seeking will be guarded and veiled and obscured. But we're going to push past that with some help that goes far beyond any spellcaster's capabilities. Okay. Not mine. You kind of know who I'm talking about, don't you? And we're going to find out. Is there truth in that chatter that there's spellcasting going on with these word salad statements and declarations made by the person seen in the public eye as presidential hopeful Kamala Harris, plus additional insights and information, especially about that photo shoot, but not limited to it by any means. Okay, and again, we're going to see the person seen in the public eye in case this person is not the original, which I think is quite likely. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. So the person seen in the public eye, and we're going to push past any veiling and obscuring efforts on this information, and we want to see it as it would have been shared with us prior to any attempts to keep this information from the general public. So what does the universe want us to know that Kamala Harris doesn't want us to know? We're going to find out. I'll switch camera. You can watch me work with cards, and we'll discover together what the answer to this question is. Okay. And again, the yes or no element will be, is there truth to that chatter? And then we'll see what other insights we've got. Okay, is there a truth to the chatter that the person seen in the public eye as presidential hopeful Kamala Harris is actually a powerful spellcaster, and that is what's going on with these word salad declarations and sayings that she has. Plus, I don't want to give her that much credit. Plus additional insights and information. I mean, do we just have someone that's so out of touch with what's going on with the average man, like Marie Antoinette was about hungry citizenry that she told them let them eat cake when she heard they were rioting because they had no bread. Is she that out of touch? Or is there more going on? And we want to know free of any veiling or obscuring. Tired of the games. And I think the universe is supporting that that feeling of mine because we are frequently able to push past this stuff. And I think it's a heads up to both sides of the aisle that the time for the games and the masks and the deceptions is going to the wayside. Okay, I'm going to turn the whole deck over here. That first card was upside down. Now, if they all are, then the first card really was upside down and we'll deal with it. Okay, we got the King of Wands and the Six of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords, so we have a yes, that she is a spellcaster. Okay. Death, Major Arcana showing up. Near future cards include the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. I'm going to get a few more cards, but we'll do that after we examine these, talk about the insights that I get from these cards and why they're telling me this. Because remember, in a tarot read, every card is contributing something to your understanding. It is not advisable and it's not good practice to purposely just bypass. If you got 7 cards down, you need to talk about 7. Period. They may range in their applicability, but they're all going to be contributing something. So the King of Wands is the situation, and what I'm getting with this is that we, the Quarrens, are being commended for asking these questions. Okay, that it's good that we're asking them. So the King of Wands is a card of vision and leadership. And so again, people that have seen past the veiling and obscuring of information that are calling a spellcaster, that's yeah, it's quite right and appropriate. Okay, the and again, where wreaths indicate celebration, the universe is glad we're asking this question. It has been anxious to talk about this. The Ace of Swords, there's our hard yes, absolutely. And then this is a card also when there's breakthroughs. So we broke through some veiled information here in this read, which is not credit to me, but credit to who I have my faith in and pray to. And let's look here now in the near future what's going on, because we got the death card saying slow change is happening. Okay, people are waking up despite veiling efforts and stupefaction efforts and programming and MK Ultra. We are pushing past that. We're going someplace new and better, where those old tools and tricks just aren't going to be as effective as we come into our own as a human race that is free from a lot of shackles that were placed on us, on our health, on our abilities, on our just every aspect of our lives. So let's look at the near future. We're in a, if you weren't already aware of it, we're in a period where there's going to be a lot of events going on, not just the distraction events that the deep state is using the last of their fiat resources to manufacture and have happen, but a lot of events are going on. And some of them, the ones that can't be stopped, are cosmic in origin and are eagerly anticipated by many of us who are wide awake or working our way towards being wide awake, or what we perceive right now as being wide awake. So there's a lot of events going on, and we're learning, oh, this is a distraction. They want us to look here when we should be looking there. You know, there's all that going on, but it's just not as effective, and thank goodness for that. The strongest insight card here is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. And again, this is kind of a nod to the independent thinking we're doing and the way we connect dots in ways that might have been incomprehensible to us not that long ago. Now, there's lots of choices out there. You have a choice to wake up, to not wake up, to believe the mainstream media, not to. And this is just also saying there's events going on and choices associated with those events. And again, being part of a free will universe, that means accepting that some people don't want to wake up. Some people want to believe the mainstream. Some people, it's just easier. They just don't want to do the hard work, the legwork of accepting things that they used to scoff at and unlearning some things that they were programmed into them quite well and heavily for more than one generation. Absolutely. So let's get a few more cards here because we got our hard yes. Okay. We got spell casting going on. And again, almost every time with political aspect readings, I get the 2 or 3 of Wands talking about, hey, we're going someplace new. Got the 3 of Wands, got another ace, Ace of Wands. Then we have the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Okay, now this may be a little unusual here. We're looking here, these aren't as impactful as the original 7 cards were, but they do have relevance and meaning. And I kind of tend to see them working in tandem. These two work with these two work together, these two work together. So when I see the 3 of Wands working with the Ace of Wands, again, it's another nod to the yes element and just to the fact that we're going to be seeing a lot of, there are those who have false fronts that are going to falter. Part of it is vibrational and frequency, and this is good because we're going somewhere where the facades are just not going to work anymore. They're absolutely not, and we can't get there too fast as far as I'm concerned. I feel like I'm ready. Maybe the universe will disagree, but I feel like I'm ready for it. The Knight of Wands here, again, just having that energy to move forward, to push past the current paradigm and programming. Yes, we're getting that. The 9 of Cups is we should be really proud of ourselves as we are. And what I'm getting overall here is that, yeah, it's just part of it is just being part of the movie. And to some extent, they're playing the part of those that are clueless about the needs of those around us. And that's what was going on with that photo shoot. The timing of it couldn't have been worse in one sense, but just very telling, and it was meant to be that way. So there's what we have with our cards so far. Let's recap. And by the way, yes, I just said in the video that every card in a card read has significance. If you want to listen to every card being spoken about, you'll need to back up. In my recaps, I don't always go over all 7, 9, or 11 cards again. I'm giving you a recap, a summary. Now, we looked at the cover of Vogue that features the person seen in the public eye as Kamala Harris, presidential candidate. And we also listened to the fact that there is a certain segment of the alt media community that says that the word salads that Kamal is known for, when they're not alcohol fueled, that she's actually spell casting. And we asked about that, and we asked for that information to be given to us free of any veiling or obscuring. So the yes or no element of this read was, does Kamala Harris, is she the powerful spellcaster that we are told that she or he is? And we got a very resounding yes with the Ace of Swords. It showed up, we got a hell yes later because we got a second ace with the Ace of Wands. Okay, and we got a nod to the fact that, these are topics and points of facts and information that we might not have even considered not that long ago. And just kind of a nod that we're in a time when there's lots of events, and not all of them are man-made. Sometimes they're man-made to take our focus away from the ones that are, like I said, cosmic in origin, but they're being less and less effective when they do. The choice, as always, we're in a free will universe, guys. To wake up, to unlearn, to learn new, it's always a matter of choice. Okay, don't get overwhelmed by them. Would be my overwhelming advice to you. Don't be overwhelmed, and just know that you don't have to absorb it all in one day. You don't have to learn it all in one day, and you'll have a lot easier time sleeping at night if you realize that it's not our job to wake people up or to get them to change their free will, because that's what free will is about. They get to decide when, where, and how they will exercise it. And once you realize that and you just let them be, you're gonna be a lot happier. Okay. Now, we had the just a nod that events are in motion that can't be stopped. These events, most of us are going to be very, very happy about. Remember, it's only a small percentage of those on this plane of existence that seek universal global power and control, that have that greed, that need for power. It's only a small percentage of us. Most of us are going to be celebrating the changes, even if they're a little hard to take at first, like, oh, I've never struggled to pay bills. Wow. Whatever is coming our way, it's good stuff. And you know, when good stuff is hard to sometimes believe when you haven't had it before. But we're just going to trust and we're going to say, oh, heck yeah, we're worth it. Bring on the blessings, right? In the meantime, the universe confirmed that Kamala Harris she is playing the part and is truly, to some extent, clueless about what's going on with average Americans, could care less even if she had the ability to clue in on it. And so that was why uh, the photo shoot happened when other things should have taken priority on it. And that's why she and her little horns are seen on the cover of Vague. So that's it for this video. I thank you so much for staying with me as we go down a rabbit trail. It was kind of interesting, I thought. And just a little side note here. Before I start a video about a current events topic, I do a quick 3-card read off camera. Just, are we ready to do this? And sometimes I get a yes, and sometimes I get a no. Today, I got 3 cards that were so strongly yes, and one of them was indeed what showed up later in the read again, the Ace of Wands, like, yes, let's do this. So the universe is ready for us to understand that some of these truths that there is an effort to veil and obscure, or that just, 10 years ago might have sounded so outlandish you wouldn't even want to talk about it. And now we do, because we know that we have been lied to about every facet of our lives and our world, the world around us, and how it started, how it's going, and where it's headed. But we're truth seekers. That's what conspiracy theorists are, truth seekers. So don't give it up, guys. We're going to keep seeking those truths, ferreting out that information, and unlearning what we need to unlearn and learning what we need to learn, because we're going to lead the pack as change comes, good change to our very plane of existence. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention. And if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you all things bright from now till next time and beyond. Bye.